Welcome to another exciting and informative eThekwini Matters podcast. I'm your host, Simpiwe Lamini. From the 3rd to the 18th of August, 16 head of states from Southern Africa will converge in our city for the Southern Africa Development Community Summit. This summit will be held at Inkosi Albert Luthuli International Convention Center. To unpack this, we are joined by the Acting Director of International and Intergovernmental Relations, Thabi Mfeka. Thabi will take us through the entire program of the SADC Summit. So, Thabi, good evening and welcome.
Good evening to you, Simpiwe, the listeners and the viewers.
You are an Acting Director currently at IIR. Can you please tell us more about the directorate?
Oh, thank you so much. It's a very interesting department. IIR stands for International and Intergovernmental Relations. So our main role is to strengthen the relations between international bodies. So where you are talking about a number of cities that we are actually dealing and managing relations with. So for that one, we've got sister city agreements with a number of them. Currently, we've got about 24 sister cities agreement, which are internationally. That includes Europe, US, and a number of continents, as well as Africa. In Africa, we've got a number as well, but in relation to the discussion that we're having, we also have one with the Bulawayo from Zimbabwe, who will also be participating in the SADC summit.
Okay. Now talking about the SADC summit, please tell us more about the summit. We understand about 16 head of states will be here in South Africa from the 3rd up until the 18th of August. Why is this summit important, and how are we going to benefit from it as the city of eThekwini?
Okay. You recall, Simpiwe, that when we are unveiling the statues early this year in March, our President Cyril Ramaphosa, announced that the summit is going to be hosted by the city, which was a very big announcement and achievement for the city. So the SADC is informed by 16 countries, and South Africa is one of them. There are a number of them. There's Seychelles, there's DRC, Mauritius, and as a city also, And what is critical for this SADC, the South Africa is a chairship for the next 12 months. So there's a lot that's going to happen in the city. For example, yes, the SADC is starting on the 3rd of August to the 18th, but they are build up programs. For example, on the 27th of July, we are going to have South Africa Industrialization Week, where most of the senior officials from all these countries will be here. So in South Africa, and it's going to be opened by the president himself. It's going to be at ICC. And then a number of programs that are going to happen from the 27th to the 31st of July. And then on the 3rd of August, then the summit, by the way, is only 16 and 17. But there are build-up programs. For example, because these are the heads of states that are coming to our country. So on the 3rd is the arrival of the senior officials. There are a number of things. The other dates, another arrival of, but the head of states are coming towards the summit on the 16th. Like I said, there are build-up programs. On the 16th, there is a presidential lecture which will be held at UKZN. Our PRC is also involved there because they'll be providing some cultural activities and all that. And also a number of activities. I'm just going to mention a few. The city is going to, leverage on a number of things. I'll give you an example. The informal sector, they are going to be able to, it's going to assist us in terms of improving our GDP, especially in the city. You can imagine most of the hotels will be full by, the heads of state. And it's not only the heads of state, they're coming with their officials. They're coming up with the ministers. For example, this is actually led by DECO. So from DECO, you can imagine from all other countries, they will be bringing their ministers of DECO. So we are going to benefit as a city. And you'll find that during the summit, you'll find that in terms of entertainment, our communities will be providing in terms of cultural activities. One of the choir from eThekwini will be doing the national anthem. So more than anything, we are going to benefit a lot. And I must say, during the industrialization week, also we are going to visit some of our key catalytic projects and also showcase about a number of companies such as Toyota. So there's one day where all senior officials are going to go there so that they can see that as the city of Durban, we are not just hosting, but we are a global city who can be able for other cities to invest in Durban. Because when you invest in Durban, there can be a number of job creations that can.
So you've unpacked the program from the 3rd up until the last day of the summit, and you've mentioned that the head of states will be arriving on the 16th up until the 18th of August. But we're talking about 16 heads of states here. Are we ready as a city to host this
We
summit?
are so much ready. As a part of IGR functions, we are coordinating with all three spheres of government and within our city as well. All departments are also being coordinated to ensure that there is a proper state of readiness in the city. I can make an example in terms of roads and stormwater department, for example. They're ensuring that the routes where these heads of state will be actually traveling are, yes, if you look at our city, we have, in terms of service delivery, we have really improved. But this is going to assist us as well because you find no potholes in all the roads. Yeah. And a number of departments as well. In terms of electricity, for example, there is, in terms of electricity, they're going to ensure that in the ICC, there will be no issues where there is no electricity. So, in fact, all departments are geared up for the summit.
So there's issue of safety and security.
Yeah.
There's issue of illegal immigrants. There are some not so good sentiment from some of the African countries about South Africa. The hosting of these summits, what does it say about South Africa? What does it say about eThekwini in relation to the xenophobic stigma that many countries claim we have?
I think it's important to mention that South Africa or the city of Durban, we are not a xenophobic state. I think that is important. What was happening right now in terms of the migration was to deal with the issues where we've got illegal immigrants so that they can be repatriated to their state. So it's not necessary that we are xenophobic. And I must say that in terms of our coordination, we've been discussing with the Office of the Premier, SAPS, and also Metropolis, all those structures. They're actually ready to deal with any issues. I mean, you saw when we had the march on the 30th of June, everything was done peacefully. So they are ready for the summit, and all structures and processes related to safety and security is actually on point.
So all these head of states, 16 of them have confirmed their
Yes.
attendance.
Yes.
Would you say this is a vote of confidence by these 16 heads of states to South Africa and the city of Durban?
Yes. Remember, all these countries, we are partners. We are partners in terms of ensuring that our countries, they evolve. We are global countries. So, yes, there's that partnership. I don't think there are any issues. They are very happy that this summit is going to be held in South Africa and hosted by the city of Durban.
Yeah. So you've also mentioned that there is going to be a lecture that is going to be addressed by
the president.
The president at UKZN. Members of the public are allowed to attend that lecture. What is going to be the focus of the lecture?
let me talk about the invitations of the whole summit. The one for the summit itself, the head of state, it's the head of states. So the invitation for the public, there's no invitation. For the summit, not for the summit, but for the presidential lecture, yes, the members of the public are invited, but there has to be an accreditation. So if a member of state wants to be party to that, I think it will be important to discuss with us or the premier's office so that they can get accreditation.
Sister Abby, we're talking 16 heads of states here. eThekwini is going to be very busy. You know, I'm sure it's not going to be business as usual. What is the sentiment from the business community? Are they excited about the summit?
Yes, they're very excited, and I believe that most of the business communities are going to benefit from this. By the way, I actually forgot to mention that there's also a spousal program. So the heads of states will be bringing their spouses. So as much as they're not going to form part of the summit, but there are programs related to that. So in terms of the business opportunities, they'll be visiting a number of tourism attractions within the city, like at Pezulu, Oyster Box, and a number of places, probably even at Umlazi, you know, and other areas. So they're very excited. So the restaurants are going to benefit, accommodations, and remember, as much as saying 16 head of states, it's not only them. They are bringing their senior officials, ministers, their senior officials, like administratively, you know. So they are going to benefit. Even the ICC itself is going to benefit a lot, because all the programs, the industrialization summit, the industrialization week, and also the summit is going to be hosted at ICC. So yes, the business is going to benefit a lot.
Okay, so basically you've booked out the entire ICC for this summit.
Yes.
Then it tells you how big it is.
It is. I think on those days, I don't think there'll be any event that's going to be hosted at ICC. It's only going to be the summit. You can imagine, in terms of ensuring that even the heads of states are safe. So yeah, that's what is going to happen.
No, talking about safety, but also there's movement of the heads of states. What can you say to the people of eThekwini who might then be frustrated because they're going to be diverted from their normal routes in terms of traffic management? What people can expect?
Yeah, the city has actually tried to ensure that the communities are not disturbed. Yes, we've received the routes where they'll be traveling. They're gonna try, and obviously you'll find that the communities, they will see that there's a little bit of traffic and all that. But if they can actually bear with us and actually at the same time, they must actually continue following our pages and see what is currently happening on our social media platforms. Then they will know what is currently happening. We are going to ensure that the information is put there.
In closing, Sister Abby, for someone who's listening at home, who's watching at home, didn't know anything about the summit, now they're hearing about it. Honestly, how is it going to change their lives? How is it going to change how people outside of eThekwini view South Africa and they view eThekwini?
Yeah, I mean, I can say that in terms of the benefits for the communities, others are immediate, you know, and the other ones are long term. Like I said, that our city it's a global city. As we're trying to get more investments, as we get donor relations, because people are going to see some of the problems that we're currently experiencing, and a lot can be generated from that. So they can actually benefit even on a long term, you know, because in terms of the job creation, as much as there will be people who are going to get the temporary job creation now, but at a later stage, some companies will come and invest in Durban and open their companies here, and then people can get jobs. And it's not only about jobs, by the way, Simpiwe. They're entrepreneurs. also who can also benefit from this, because as during the industrialization work there'll be exhibitions, so people can, they can visit the exhibitions, and maybe other entrepreneurs, they can learn something, or maybe uh, be able to do, things that can actually assist them in terms of their businesses.
Well, there you have it. Thabi Mfeka, Acting Director at the International and Intergovernmental Relations Directorate here at eThekwini. She was just unpacking the program of the SADC Summit. Have a good evening. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.